Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good afternoon. Okay, can everybody see the PowerPoint slide?
Yes, Prof.
Can, Prof.
Okay, sorry for the hiccup here and there. Of course, this is a first class and probably some of you are not familiar with this platform, WebEx platform. Of course, most of the time I'm going to use this WebEx platform, and if it is okay with all of you, we can continue with WebEx because WebEx is already being subscribed by UPM, and we can also use other platform, but I do prefer to use this WebEx. So this particular course for this afternoon is on Entrepreneurship in Innovation. My name is Abdul Rahim Abu Talib. I'm going to teach you for this particular course for this semester, and a little bit in terms of my background. I've been teaching in UPM for the past, I think, 18 years, since 2003. I got my DPhil or PhD from University of Oxford in 2003 in the field of aerospace engineering. Been teaching this particular program since 2005, and there are other courses that I already taught in this program, especially the innovation studies, innovation and commercialization, and then I teach research methodology as well as this course, Entrepreneurship in Innovation. So the reason why I asked you to register yourself in the attendance and put down your background, because I would like to know some background of your academic, meaning that we are going to have activities in terms of group business and design project. That is one of the activity in this particular course. So I would like to divide equally in terms of the academic background for each group. So it depends on how many students registered in this particular course. So later on we will know that I will distribute you in terms of your respective groups, so that it's not just one group having all mechanical background, some of you having CAD background, maybe materials background, maybe civil engineering or electrical or chemical, and so on and so forth. So I will try to divide you into respective groups, and hopefully by next week or before next week you will get to know in terms of who are your group members. I believe all of you have already made yourself familiar with the online platform, the Putra Blast. So that would be our official data or files depository. Okay, so you can see the official announcement, the assignment, the video link, or any file that I would like to share with you. I will provide them in the Putra Blast. Meanwhile, the coordinator, Dr. Faisal, and of course our secretariat, Ms. Shahira, has already created this WhatsApp group, and it will be an informal mode of communication, but that will be more effective and quicker to use the WhatsApp. If you have any issues or anything that you have any trouble with the course or accessing Putra Blast, you can always communicate directly to me or into the WhatsApp group that already being provided. All right. So the way we are going to conduct our lecture, basically, I would like you to mute yourself unless you have anything to ask. But I would like to suggest that you allow me to finish all the lecture first. It's not going to take so much time. It's going to roughly take up about 30 to 40 minutes in terms of lecture time. And then right after that, when I open up question and answer, you may turn on your mic, and you can also ask question in the chat box. Okay, let us begin. For today's session, we are going to go through the course overview, right? In terms of the course synopsis, we will look at the course synopsis. We will also look at the course learning outcomes. We will later discuss about the program objectives related to this particular subject, and then we will go through the course topics that already been assigned in the syllabus, and of course we will discuss in terms of the assessments that you are going to do in this particular course. I will also provide the list of references and some key documents that you are going to use throughout this particular course. Right? So let us look at the course synopsis. So this particular course covers an introduction to entrepreneurship and to the process of identifying innovative opportunities, with an emphasis on process of evaluating, conceptualizing, and planning new technology-based ventures. Right? So that is a quite mouthful in terms of the course synopsis, but in a nutshell, this particular course, Entrepreneurship and Innovation, basically going to expose you in terms of why is it important to relate between entrepreneurship and innovation, and how can innovation itself being driven by entrepreneurship. So I believe if you are already taking innovation studies, or you are taking the innovation studies subject in this particular semester, you will then later on see the relationship between the innovation, as well as for those who are already taking the innovation studies last semester, you can appreciate more in terms of the relationship between the two item, the entrepreneurship as well as the innovation. Okay. In terms of the learning outcomes, this is the course learning outcome. Later on, when we go into our specific topics, you will also be listed or being exposed into the topic learning outcome. So for the course learning outcome, we have 4 course learning outcomes for this particular subject. The first one, we call it as course outcome 1. Basically, you should be able to explore entrepreneurial motives and the process to create an innovation-based new venture. Okay, and then the course outcome number 2, basically you are going to be able to organize financial statements, right? And then the third course outcome is that you are going to be able to perform cost, volume, profit, and sensitivity analysis, right? So, and then the last one, the final course outcome is basically you're going to be able to produce a business plan for a new venture. So as you can see here, there are 4 main course outcomes that you need to be able to do at the end of the course, right? So if you pay attention on the keywords being used, the first one is explore, right? You need to be able to explore the entrepreneurial motives, meaning that what is actually entrepreneurship. I believe some of you have already learned about entrepreneurship when you did your first degree, and then you also in this particular course we are going to explore whether how entrepreneurship can be related to innovation. Okay, and basically in this particular process is to create an innovation-based new venture. So in your group activity later on in this particular subject, I'm going to group you into maybe 3 or 4 students per group, and you're going to form a company, okay, a new innovation venture. So you're going to appoint your your CEO, you're going to appoint your chief technology or your chief engineer and so on and so forth based on your innovative product. Okay, so we will look into that in much more detailed manner when we come into the activity later on. And then you are going to look into the financial statement. You are going to be able to organize financial statement based on your innovative product and based on your company. Right? You are going to do your company profile. You are going to nurture your ideas, and you are going to prepare the budget and look into the financial of your innovation product. Okay, and of course, the third cost outcome is you are also be able to perform what we call it as the cost volume profit analysis, right? Based on certain scenario. Okay, so you are going to do at least 3 scenarios where in probably scenario number 1, you have certain products that going to be produced in certain numbers per month, and throughout the year you are going to see what are the cost, volume and profit relationship, okay, in terms of doing analysis. And you're also going to create another cost volume profit analysis at a different scenario where maybe you have more than one product, or you increase the capacity, right? Or you would like to set a different profit, you want to have more profit, so you are going to create a different scenario, and the company itself going to perform this CVP analysis. And at the same time, we also going to look into the sensitivity analysis if we change certain variables for the cost, volume and profit. So everybody should be able to perform this at the end of the course. Okay, the final one is basically you are going to produce a business plan for a new venture. So as I said, you are going to form a company, you are going to set the product of your company, the innovation product, and then you're going to plan in terms of how you are going to bring your product from idea to market, right? So you are going to prepare the business plan, you're going to prepare the budgeting, you're going to prepare the financial statements, you're going to prepare video pitching, you're going to prepare your scenario planning, okay, for your business venture. Okay, those are the 4 cost outcome that you're going to achieve at the end of the course, right? As I highlighted earlier, that normally this particular course being taught in the 3rd semester, because our program we have normally have 3 semesters, the normal planning, okay, but in the 1st semester normally you will take innovation studies together with research method. The 2nd semester you take innovation and commercialization together with other courses, and in the final semester in reality you are going to take this particular course, entrepreneurship and innovation. Right, in terms of the mapping for the program outcomes, so we have 6 program outcome altogether for this Master of Innovation and Engineering Design. But for this particular course, EAS5107, we are going to have only 4 program outcome to be mapped. Okay, why is it that so? Because the program outcome is going to be addressed by the all of the courses in the program. So this particular course only addresses this particular 4 program outcome. Program outcome number 1, program outcome number 3, program outcome number 4 and number 5. And it is mapped directly to the 4 course outcomes. The program outcome number 1 basically stated that the student should be able to show advancings in knowledge and continuous, and also able to develop or apply knowledge in new situation or in different discipline contexts. So you do not have to worry about program outcome number 1. You have to try to achieve cost outcome number one. Whenever you achieve cost outcome number one, meaning that you are already achieving program outcome number one. Okay. Meanwhile, for cost outcome, program outcome number three, right? You are going to be able to evaluate information and research evidences and also apply in terms of engineering context that we map against cost outcome number three. At the same time, program outcome number four, basically the student should be able to plan and implement research tasks professionally with ethics and responsibility. Okay, and it is mapped against cost outcome number two. Why is it the words ethics and responsibility being highlighted there? Basically, I would like you to avoid in terms of just doing the assignment or the group activity by just copy and paste from somewhere. All right. So you need to have integrity and you need to be responsible with whatever you are doing in this particular course. So that is going to be beneficial for you when the times come you want to apply the knowledge in the real world. And the final program outcome, it is being mapped to cost outcome number four. It is about students should be able to report technical outcome, right, through written and oral presentation. That's why in this particular course, we are going to have group presentation, you are going to have video presentation, as well as the project business proposal report, either individually or in group. So basically, we will have the group business proposal as well as the video going to be presented in group or by individual. Okay, we will decide later on how is it going to be conducted. Right, there are 8 subtopics, or what we call it as the topics in this particular course, and it is being divided into 2 basically. One is about entrepreneurship and the other one is on the business aspect. Okay, so if we can see here that the first topic is on entrepreneurial goals and context, and then we are going to go through a topic called opportunity and resources for innovation, and then we look at the strategies for entrepreneur, and then practice of entrepreneurship, and we move on into commercialization, right? And business planning, business analysis, and finally the financial analysis. Okay, we will go through in more detail for each one of the topics to look at what are the subtopics related to the one that being listed here. Right, for topic number 1, entrepreneurial goals and context. Okay, it is about invention, innovation, and entrepreneurship. So of course, if you are already taking innovation studies subject, you are already familiar with the term inventor, who is inventor, and then the invention itself, the product itself, and then how can we move the idea into innovation. Okay, how can certain things can be novel, and is it something creative, right? So you try to relate back on the aspect of the previous course. But for those who are quite new, this is your first semester, of course you are still trying to understand what is actually going on. But later on I will introduce you with a book called Innovation Methodology, and I'll explain to you. If you are interested to buy the book, I will inform the how to go about it. And then we are going to also look into research and development in small businesses, and why is it important. Certain companies must have R&D activities, right? So, but there are more and more companies in Malaysia nowadays having a small division called R&D, where they develop new technologies. They try to find new innovative ideas, okay, so that the company grows. Okay, there are still many companies that do not have any R&D division in their in their structure. Okay, so we will see why is it important and why technology company do have R&D division. Okay, and also we will touch a little bit on social innovation. Okay, what is social innovation, and we also going to look into innovation, globalization, and development. For the second topic, okay, we will go into opportunity and resources for innovation. We will look at entrepreneurial creativity, sources for innovative opportunity, technology diffusion, clusters and knowledge flows, and higher education spin-off. Right? Oops, sorry. Okay, the third topic is on entrepreneurial strategies. Okay, and it is going to touch about exploiting knowledge and intellectual properties. Okay, exploiting networks, ecological niches, managing innovation and entrepreneurship. We are going to look also into business models and capturing values, and try to understand in terms of the innovation performance indicator. How can you say that an innovation is success, or whether there's a return of investment in terms of doing innovation in a company, right? And then we will try to look into the topic number 4, practice of entrepreneurship. Okay, entrepreneurial management and business, entrepreneurship in the service institution, developing products, services, and new venture, global startup and business development, and as well as corporate venturing. Right? That is the first 4 topics, as I said, is on entrepreneurship, and we move into the innovation aspect of it, where we touch on commercialization. I believe if you are already taking innovation studies, you are now doing innovation and commercialization. There's another topic being taught. I don't know whether this semester they offer this particular course or not, but for those who are taking this innovation and commercialization, you will learn the in terms of the definition of intellectual properties right in that particular course in innovation commercialization. But for the topic 5, commercialization, here is basically we are going to look at the path for commercialization. Okay, we are not going to dwell in terms of the definition, the different intellectual property rights like patents, like in industry design or copyright and trademark and so on. That one you are going to learn in innovation commercialization. But for this particular subject, we are going to look into the path for commercialization, the needs for commercialization, at the same time the commercialization process. All right. So the next topic is on business planning, right? What is a business planning? What are the strategies and projection? We are going to look into economic projections. We are going to learn about business planning techniques and tools, business plan measurement aspect, business plan replacement and improvement, and also dynamic business plan. So rule of thumb, basically you are going to prepare your company business plan in a group, right? And then you are going to do business analysis. As I said earlier about profitability analysis, you're going to do cost, volume, profit analysis, as well as doing the budgeting for your innovation product. And the last topic for entrepreneurship and in innovation is basically talking about financial analysis. So as an engineer, you are encouraged, or you need to be able to understand about what is a balance sheet, what is a projected balance sheet, what is income statement, as well as the cash flow statement. So basically, when you want to open up a company, even though your background is engineering, you need to be able to understand what's going on in terms of the financial aspect. We cannot leave the task to the accountants, right? We need to be able to understand what's going on in terms of the business, so that we are not going to be cheated by our accounting partners. All right. In terms of the assessment, we are going to do the several courseworks, right? Starting with ideation and market survey. So when you are already being grouped into your respective group members, you are going to figure out what is the product, innovation product that you are going to sell. You're going to grow the idea that you're going to bring to market. And I would like you to also devise a market survey, right? You're going to send questionnaire, simple questionnaire probably to the customer, and that will contribute to 10% of the overall cost. And then at the same time, you are going to conduct CVP analysis, the cost, volume, profit analysis, right? That will be another 10%. And doing customers' needs, another 10%. And a video promotion or video pitching, okay, not more than 3 minutes, okay? It is going to be 10%. And then the company profile is about 20%. And finally, the business plan which is 40%, right? So which one is going to be conducted individually, or which one is going to be conducted in groups, I will explain in more detail when the time comes, so that you are clear that, oh, this one is you need to do it individually, or the other one, the other task is you're going to do it in groups, and so on and so forth. All right. So altogether, 60% of the coursework and the business plan going to become your final examination marks. Okay, the 40%. Alright, these are the list of references being used. Okay, as I said earlier, we are going to use the main reference, which is the Innovation Methodology book, okay, by UPM Press Serdang, which is the publisher. This is my edited by myself, and my colleague Nadia Abdullah in 2013. So I will share with you whether you would like to buy the book from me. I believe Nora Shikin has already managed to buy it last semester, right? But to the rest, I will let you know how to go about it. And then the rest of the books and references, okay, from OLED, Discipline Entrepreneurship, Best and Antiques, Innovation and Entrepreneurship, Hisrich, Peter and Shepard, Rees, Eric, as well as Thomas, Miller and Murphy. These are other references that you can refer on. At the same time, you can always refer to other sources that are available, right? In terms of the key documents for the innovation project, okay, for your group project later on, I would like you to refer to the Sustainable Development Goals by the United Nations. There are 17 Sustainable Development Goals being listed there. And whenever you already identify your innovative product, you need to select the most suitable Sustainable Development Goal or SDG goals. SDG, is it SDG number 1, number 9 or number 16? And it depends on your innovative product later on. Okay, and I would like you to be able to explain and defend, do justification why you choose this particular Sustainable Development Goals compared to the others. And the other key documents that I would like you to refer to is the 10 by 10 Malaysia Science, Technology, Innovation and Engineering Framework by the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation. There is a framework about the there are 10 clusters and 10 drivers of innovation. So you need to refer to it, and I will try to upload the document in the Putra Plus so that you can refer and have a read and see which one of the 10 by 10 metric is more suitable to your innovation product later on. Okay, and you have to put some justification, because in the framework it tells you about the facility, the assistance that being given by the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, and it will also tidy up with the Sustainable Development Goals by the United Nations. Okay, that's all. This is I would like to open up